Hello, boys and girls. I put on stream and then I decided to start updating some fucking firmware and shit. Hey there, Genesis. Matagan pore to everyone. A good matagan pore to every single person. Won't stream tomorrow. Stream. Yeah, it's probably gonna be like a shorter stream. I don't know. Maybe I'll go for like 2 hours or something. I just feel like I have to yap. I have to yap with you guys. It's the wrong way. I have to yap with these people about the story and whatnot. Also, I'll probably go through the... I kind of wanted to do like a short stream so that we can also go through the ID stories. The Blood Fiend ID stories, and then also watch the Sancho ID trailer. So like a shorter, more chill Yapperino stream. Oh. Which is cool. Also, they posted, yesterday they actually posted the entire soundtrack of Canto 7. It's the whole last thing. That's us yapping. Let me check this. Oh yeah, classic pop. I feel like I have this emote possibly in some form already. How do you feel after the long stream? I mean, fine. It's not even my longest stream, so. I usually recover fairly quickly from like, if I get a decent night's sleep, then it's all good. Though, I mean, I am doing a shorter stream today. I'm not going like a normal, usual, full energy stream, so. Oh, I streamed lobotomy for 11 hours in Discord for friends. It was the absolutely nothing. Still imagine you had a 7-hour long stream after shaving off more than an hour at the start of the dungeon. Yeah, we did go for like about an hour as well earlier in the previous stream. It would have genuinely been an 8-hour stream if I hadn't done that. Oh, true. This is story themes, not all the battle themes. Yeah, true. This is like dialogue themes only. Yeah, because even here it's dialogue themes and not battle themes. Yeah, if I didn't let some backseating go through at that, you know, sort of what, the start of the midway through the oh my goodness gracious. Oh boy, they're coming again. Oh, it's trying. A Coffee Grounds jumping in right away with the 10 gifted memberships. YouTube is just being very slow with actually getting notification through. There they go. There they start. Okay, now they're coming in. It's evading time. I got the El Director signature. Hell yes. Well, like in like real life, did you actually meet El Director, or did you go to Hum Pang Pang Pang? Hum Pang Pang. That was the quickest gifted memberships maybe ever. Stream on for 5 minutes. Thank you, Coffee Grounds. Nice to see you again. Slowcloak didn't evade. True. Who else did not evade? Oh, the Sukio also didn't evade this time. So that'll make now... I think I checked yesterday, or I checked earlier today, and I was at almost 250 members after yesterday. You met him? He was going to signature at a convention? Oh, right. Yeah, you mentioned you were going to AGF. Right, he was at AGF. Holy El Director. El Director. We can actually be here as well. We don't necessarily need to see the... Sit down, peasant. Wow. The thing about speed is that you have to live in darkness. So true. What is my hair doing? What the heck? What's going on? My hair has not recovered from yesterday, it seems. -45 SP, -45 SP. Yesterday after stream was -45 SP moment though, yeah. I was cooked. I'm still a little cooked, but I was extra cooked. Hey there, Quiz. Opinions on corroded Oh, the boss? Hey there, universe. New guy here, what is going on? Streamer going on. Okay, a streamer boss man. I mean, as is tradition, corroded Camille was supposed to be, you know, very easy, and they kind of were a pushover, but, you know, as is tradition for me doing any boss in the game, it suddenly somehow gets slightly scuffed. Which is like impressive almost, yeah, because that really was a really easy fight. And I still somehow managed to like make it slightly scuffed through win rate. I can't believe you read Canto 7 below Intervallo 3 Miracle in District 20. So true, Shellpad. I totally did rate it like that. Glitter RR when? Probably at some point. You know, well, probably before, you know, RR6. So. Probably at that point. Or before RR6. Is like, that's RR5, not R. Why did I say 6? RR5, yeah. Remember expecting a phase 2 or something with the flower itself. Yeah, I was also actually expecting, like, the flower itself to be the boss, not just, like, Camille and, what's her face? The woman. With the hard stage with the Christmas stream? Probably not on stream. I feel like I'd rather do other things than do just, like, hard stages on stream. I feel like there's better ideas and stuff to do. At least not right now. I'm not like that, like, because I have, like, RR and stuff, and I have one very silly idea that I'm not going to say out loud yet, but I have a very silly idea at some point. Like, a bit of a nightmare idea, but I think it might make for a funny stream. And yeah, we got the goofy, what's it called again? Inconvenient welcome. Yep, it sure is. I haven't, now I can actually, I have conceived an idea most ingenious, but you will not know what it is yet. I wanna still work out some stuff and actually decide on whether or not I'm doing it. I probably am, because I'm way too far into the ideation of it to not do it. So I'll probably have to do it. Like, I feel like at this point I've almost like convinced myself that, well, now I have to do it. I've designed it already too much. I've thought about it too much now. Got a shard manager done, but I need 40 more crates. I have crates. My crates is far. I just have to wait a week, I guess. Well, so now that true Borderlight, so I'm fully caught up now. The weight lifted off my shoulders. Now that I can just like, there's no spoilers anymore, sorta, you know? Like, or now any spoilers that exist are like minor enough, or like something I just missed earlier. I don't have to care anymore. I can look at everything I want to. I did win yesterday, Victors. Yeah, I can just like, I can be so chill about spoilers now. Well, until, you know, the next thing releases, that is. I can look at all the Sancho fan art. I can look at everything. I no longer have to, like, suddenly avert my eyes when I'm scrolling fucking Twitter or something. Or not look at the memes that come up on my, like, YouTube recommendeds. With Limbus done, you can finally start a new gacha game. No, I'm good. I got 3 of them right now. I'm good. That's my limit, all right? Mari getting her oyakadon with Don and Sancho. Oh my Jesus. Why would you put it like that? And hide the flipper. Next thing, yeah, because next thing will be LCB checkup. Obviously, how far is that away? Do we have any idea on how many weeks that is? Because we have the Christmas rerun stuff. And we obviously have the Sancho ID, then we have like Christmas rerun stuff, and next week is Dawn, then week or 2 is Miracle rerun. Then like 3 to 4 week next interval. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's also, right, there is also WalPP. WalPP might be before as well. But like at least a month until the next interval. And then also, yeah, we're gonna have the LCB sweeper stuff as well. Or the sweepers event as well. Because checkup is supposed to be before, like, you know, that's the next interval or whatever. Like the next story content. Yeah, we'll try and flip a good question. I'll talk on it soon. Infinity wave sweeping, oh boy. Dude, imagine. I think the checkup is supposed to be a full intervallo. It might be like a short one, but I think it is supposed to be a full intervallo. It's probably just maybe a shorter one. Ready for WalPP? I am ready for WalPP actually. You know, at least when it comes to how many rolls I have. It's either Armageddon and Worder. Spoiler for Canto, Hong has long hair. No fucking way. Insane. I think I had over 30k lunacy plus some tickets. So I'm pretty okay for Walpurgis if I want to go hard on it. Which I'm honestly not sure. The units and whatnot that we saw for it, I'm not like as interested in. They don't, I'm not sure they appeal to me as much as previous Walpy. Are there that many folks who care about full stop? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I was like, wait, who are these fucking guys again? Because I was like, because during the stream, right? During the stream, El Director was saying that like, oh, like they're making some of the skins because they're already too far up the power scale so that they can't make some of the earlier like Ruina floors and stuff. Right? But I'm thinking like, wait, were full stop really that high up? I feel like they were just kind of like some fodder goons. So like, and I will see. I might do a couple rolls on the next ID, because, well, I have some lunacy, and I have the guarantee ticket that I haven't used. That I'll use that once it's out. Try the puppet. Whole gimmick is gun. Think full stop were well liked by the players? I guess so, but I like saw the oh, like who are these guys again? And I looked at them and I was like, who? Who? Super interval 100% will not be burned. Was full stop cheese in Ruina? I guess yeah, there was some ammo cheese stuff, yeah. Right after she's. Oh. Yeah, that is very much like pretty, not quite like, you know, complete fodder, but sort of, yeah, like goons level. God, dude, the word goon has been ruined now. When I want to use the word goon to like the original meaning or the previous meaning of just like, you know, some like random, you know, like mobs, like mob characters or whatever, I hesitate because I'm like, gooners. So, This is ruined, man. The brain rot. It's got to me. Where are the goons? I've been trying to use goon, but the word has been completely dimorphed. Exactly. It's fucked now. Like it's no longer like you can't just put out the word goon from your mouth and expect people to not think of gooning and gooners. Who the fuck are you people? I hired goons. Dude, just a bunch of people coming like, what did I do? I have not done MD5 hard yet, but I think if I had more energy, I'd maybe do an MD5 hard run right now, but I think I'm too tired. That's gonna get clipped. Fuck. At least it didn't become a slur. True. It's not a slur, it's just like brain rotted. Me when I'm driving a motorcycle in a messy way, I'm goon. So true. Dude, like, it was like this week or something. I was just on YouTube and then I got a video recommended to me that was just like insane gooning. The title was just like insane gooning. And it was like a 30-second video of a dude just fucking shredding it on a dirt bike. And it was like 17 years ago. I was like, what the fuck? The original gooner. And then they also made, and then because and that video suddenly had a bunch of views because of that. Like it suddenly got picked up like a week ago by the fucking algorithm. So now they also made, by the way, the dude had been posting fucking gooning clips, as in motorcycle gooning clips, for like 17 years consistently. And then he posted a new one, it was like gooning 2 for the fans. I can't remember what the exact title was, but it will be gooning. It sure was gooning. Oh, so we have banger. We got the actual fucking bear. The actual bear. How did you get a membership? By like over 200 membership gifts yesterday. There's a lot of new members. Just because there was a crazy amount of gifted memberships yesterday, so they went everywhere. It was over 200, I think, by the end of it. So that's why there was a lot of gifted memberships. And then we also got 10 at the start of the stream as well by coffee. Bank account go well, see, that's the thing. It's actually still calculating all that stuff. It doesn't actually show me like the analytics for the memberships and stuff, because it's still like calculating them and probably checking them for fucking money laundering. Because QQ literally got like rate limited by YouTube because they were gifting so many memberships that they blocked them from gifting more memberships. And true, the amount of membership gifts that I got probably paid for like half of what I just spent on new monitors. So I'm wondering also what the LCB checkup interval will be like. Like, will there really be much combat? Since it's supposed to be kind of slice of lifey. I would really like a more slice of lifey, like, just story. Of course, yeah, YouTube takes, you know, their cut out of it, and then also, once I actually pay myself the money, then, you know, taxes come out of it. And taxes over here, not that low, okay? The actual cut that I end up getting onto my bank account, it's not that big. Yeah, you can have just be like trading stages, like simulation stages or something for the combat, which is fine. Because obviously you probably still have to have some combat. So that you have something to farm. So, what's the YouTube cut from memberships? I actually can't even remember what it is. If someone remembers or whatever. What is it? No, I can just Google it. YouTube membership cut. Whole interval to sell merch hoodies. So true though. Oh my god, that's fucking hell. It's bright, man. This doesn't tell me anything. I can't remember how much the cut is for YouTube memberships. It's not like insane or anything. I think it might not even be 50-50. I think it might actually be more to me than YouTube. I think super chats are 50-50. Training robot could be him. Now they're caught up, how do you feel in general with the game? Some people feel like Canto 6 and 7 were the same quality. I can see why they would think that. I feel like they have some similarities in that way. Like they did kind of feel similar-ish in quality. They just did things, they just did different things, but at like sort of the same quality. I can see that like take. Confession time. Oh true, it is confession time. Alright, chat, confess your sins. We are here at the confessional booth. Is it better that the Hum Hum Pang Bang workers manning the con recognized me? Dude is already a regular at Hum Pang Pang. You PM to explore more outskirts ruins, Lord. True. Mattakan pore. True. Mattakan pore time. Mattakan pore time, guys. Fucking caught. 30% YouTube cut for memberships. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray. Yeah, yeah, okay, so I had the right vibe that indeed the cut was actually more in favor of the creator for membership specifically. I can't remember if super chats are also 30% or if super chats are 50-50. My friend caught me stealing his money for limbus gacha. So mattagampore. That's real? What the hell, bro? That's a sign of addiction. Confess your feelings of the Canto. Yeah, we could. It could be time. Well, actually, do we want to yap about the Canto first, or do we want to look at the trailer first? I stole a quarter from my mom. I ship Bari and Papa Quixote so hard. Dude, Bari though. Crazy. I feel like we should do the trailer. The trailer will probably be less discussion than the Canto, so I think it makes sense to do that first. And we can also then, like, you know, if something comes up later, we can talk about it more. I just gamble my money. Dude, Bari though is crazy. Blue hair, purple snake lady. That's ruin. Except... funding the amusement park. Carnival. Oh, Donsby made a funky post. Do you have a link? Well, I can link it and I'll watch it after. I'll look at it after the actual trailer. Yeah, this is the version with vocals. They posted the vocal version for Carnival, yeah. Brazil calls. No! Can't believe Cassetti ran away from this. And yeah, Donry, yeah. I was... The instant this came on during the actual Canto, yeah, everyone was like, by the way, this is Donry, yeah. A lot of copy-pasted sprites. I mean, you know. But yeah, true, these are... Like, no, these are different. Oh, this one is a copy-paste, though, yeah. This one and this one is... There's a couple... I mean, dude, it's like, you know, you draw a good sprite, why not use it multiple times? Okay, I'll look at that once we've watched the trailer. Thank you, Borderline, for the link. Cassidy ran away from Dulcinea. Imagine. Oh, this is like, oh yeah, I'm sure if I've heard the full version. I think the full version doesn't... I don't remember this part during the actual Canto, so... The sprites are pretty baller. Wonder who drew that. Yeah, it's just like some dude based goated in-game artist or in studio artist. Great grandma. True. It's a bit weird. Oh, he's in the Canto. I just don't remember this like second half singing. That's still pretty hot. Hag maxing. If you stay for too long, yeah, maybe I just didn't stay around for too long. Yeah, I do not remember this part. I think we just didn't ever sit listening for long enough. Well, watch the trailer once this song is over. Oh, this part I think I did. No, this part I did hear. For some reason I didn't remember the middle part. This part I remember. Gladi. God said he is on that robussy prosthetic woman grind. This is a set of words that you have put into my chat. What? Oh yeah, this is when Dulcinea appears, yeah. Oh, is this Rodio singing this part because it's Dulcinea? PM's numbering order for the songs is so weird, is it? What is their numbering order? Oh, the ID. Oh, yeah. The ID is Rodio, yeah. Rodio ID sings this part, okay. Not VA. I thought it was VA for a moment. Songs don't exist before MFE's fight song, huh? Barber is harder than Dulcinea, fight me. Have you considered the priest? Alright, should we do the trailer? It's only a minute 15, I thought it might be longer, honestly. MFE's fight song is the first song according to PM's numbering system. Interesting. Interesting. Priest is Gregor, exactly. And that's hot. Maybe how weird how you didn't say the barber's name. I can't remember. It's like Nicola or something. What is it? Papa Don best waifu. Nicolina. Okay, yeah. Nicolina. Oh, hi bot. Fuck you. Nicocado, no! Not Nicocado. Yeah, Kuriambra sounds about right for priest. I hope this isn't fucking insanely loud in my ears. We'll see. Alright, let's watch. Full screen. Actually, no, not full screen because it's a weird crop. We're gonna watch this probably multiple times. Also, long hair. It really is like Don ID. So that was counter? Right, okay, showing that. I'm looking at the animations first and then I'll read the text. The umbrella. Oh goodness.
가족의 관리는 차질이 없을 겁니다.
So hot though. Holy.
당신이 내 팽개친 것을 돌보는 것이 저의 몫이.
Ma'am, I am here for you. God damn. Sheesh. She did stab her dad. It's true. So yeah, she has a clashable counter, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, I was looking at the animations on that one. I didn't look at the text even at all. I'll probably watch it again just for the text. And maybe the animations a little bit again as well. The long hair is so nice. And okay, so this is indeed like a Don ID. Like Father Don ID. Have you seen the video where Don threw Mr. Skrill to Papa? I've seen it in my... That's probably what I've been seeing in my recommendeds. Is the Sir Skrill memes. Well, this is... So yeah, there's not Don ID in that way. It's Sancho, but as like the you know, more of a leader of La Mancha Land or whatever it is. La Mancha Land good ending. Is that good ending or? Dude, it was so fucked up when they just randomly put the Sir Skrill in the flashback, like a little delusional flashback. Takes the best girl to be a single father. So true. Such as the betrayed Don. It might be. Yeah, that might be what it is. You're right. Yeah, it's that version of the ending where Sancho also like betrayed Don and then became like the manager of La Mancha. Don Plus. I love how Don Plus has the fucking white box around it as well, like to be extra scuffed. Okay, we'll watch it again, and I'll be reading the text this time. And listening. Manager Don? Yeah, I think I've seen Manager Don, yeah. Coexistence is no more. Yeah, it really is bad in Sancho. To the stake that is impaled the heart, yeah. I'll say it soon. Exodus was almost like peeking the mic. What was I gonna say? Fuck, what was I gonna say? You see, she sounds like really tired and like sick of it, and then she like breaks and fucking breaks, like destroys her voice. Suzuran mom. Maybe? Wish her hair only grew when having enough blood feast. That would be funny. But also, I'm not sure if a blood fiend hair grows when, you know, crazy woman. Right, yeah. I love how they're like, hey, do you want like a happy end Sancho Don, where you would get like, you know, like this a new version of like Don Sancho, who's actually like, you know, what we have at the end of Canto 7? Or would you guys instead want the bad end that's incredibly traumatic and everyone's suffering and having a very bad time? It's like, which one do you want? The answer is always the latter. Cassetti's hair grew? Yeah, but I think it was always like, it wasn't the hair growing, he like added blood hair onto it, which I guess obviously Don could do as well. Dude, also I saw, I think Sunil tweeted where it was like, okay, so where's the Barry Sinclair ID or something? Like, where is it? Okay. After now, I agree. I didn't know what he was on about when I saw that tweet. But now, I'm like, yes. Where's more Barry? I need more Barry. Like now. More blue woman, please. I have finally been blue woman pilled. Hope this would be the same strength as normal Sancho, where she would zoom past us when she strikes. That would be so fucking nice. If she actually had like the animations of changing sides and stuff. I'm summoned. Yes, Edgar. There was some gifted subs. You're not the only one who's confused about being a member. Don't worry. Yeah, Night of the Moon Sinclair or something would be like, damn. Surprised you didn't see any body cosplayers. Maybe they just didn't have time, Borderline. Maybe just didn't have time. That's a lot of crafting to make the bow and the swords. See? That's why. Because people have a railgun in their wardrobes. Aye there, Coffee Grounds. Thank you for the super chat.
And since they're no longer hungry and starved, as for everyone, not a blood feed.
true. It is good point. Good end for La Mancha Land in a way. Oh my god, Lolan coming in with another 10 gifted memberships. It continues. It continues. All right, let's see who evades this time. Roland back at it again. Right back to back as well with coffee. Good lordy. Thank you for the $5 coffee grounds. And thank you for the 10 gifted Lolan. Still had to kill their old man, so not entirely happy. Yeah, it's like kind of good ending, but like not fully. Yo, Susura was gifted a membership by Lolan. Susura Arknights? Whoa. No way. Best possible ending for Blood Fiends. Yeah, maybe best possible ending. Sweet 10 evade roll. Insane. You have somehow been evading an insane... I mean, there's a bunch of people here in chat who have been evading a crazy amount of gifted membership somehow. Kim, no. Yeah, burritos. Surely we'll get Blood Fiend Mr. Salt. He has the ego, right? Surely. What Blood Fiend would he be, though? We don't really have any named ones left, do we? So... we could put the music back on. Bad in general because it just perpetuates the violence and bloodshed that is rampant in the city. I think it's... You have to be coping a little bit to not say that it's not a in general bad end, even if it's kind of good end for, like, some individuals. Otherwise, though, yeah, it's a bad end. I do want to look at some of these animations again. I muted the... I want to focus on the animations fully. At least, well, okay, well, that's just, yeah, because that's an attack animation rather than a clash. The charge up. The fucking jumpy. Alright, this is the counter. Clashable counter. Yeah, she had some form of this, like, buff up when you have the 3 bozos there. I still need Barbara. I don't have Barbara yet. Hopefully Barbara just spooks me at some point. Also, that's a bunch of AoE. Probably not actual 4 AoE like it showed, but I mean, it could be. Usually I feel like usually the AoE that they've shown in the animations here has not necessarily matched reality. Because I remember I think it was Earl King or something where the weight shown in the trailer didn't actually match what it was in gameplay. Oh, okay, never mind. I remembered Wild Hunt wrong then. I thought it was Wild Hunt who didn't match. I feel like there was someone who didn't match, but I guess not. This time she just her spear out, yep. Prince of La Mancha Land, Mur, Cassedi, Mur. Barber's in the Odins, but yeah, I can just shard Barber, so... Yeah, because it's two AoE from coffins and then 1 from horse, yeah. Okay, maybe I just completely gaslit myself and misremembered whether or not stuff matched. I feel like there was somewhere where it didn't match the AoE amount, but maybe not. Cassidi Mode Warp Train rerun. That's a while away. Don't it technically didn't match because 3 people stacked so close that we couldn't see all 3 dudes on Enhanced 3? Technically didn't match. And while having another unit lets your S2 become 4-weight. But also there was condition. I think there was like, I think they mentioned like conditionals. Like you're not just always gonna have, I think, the S2. It was like you have to like use probably Blood Feast or whatever to enhance it into the upgraded version. And you also have to have Barber on the team. I don't think it's just by default always, so. And yeah, they do show the ideal conditions, obviously, yeah. The gang buff is fun, though. Now, the only thing is, because obviously now, after this, we'll have 4 Blood Fiend IDs. But, also, this is a cool pose. So does she have all attack types? Does she have... Right, yeah, she probably has Slash, Blunt, and Pierce because the Blood Fiends have all of them. But I was wondering, well, because we have 4 Blood Fiend IDs after this one, which means you're 1 short from being able to have a full Blood Fiend team and still able to use fusion gifts in MD if you have the fusion gifts that only proc with 5 units. So we're 1 short. First Donati is not wearing Rocinante. Yeah, true, she has other boots. Ring Sung is good enough, Blood Fiend. I mean, he is a fiend for blood, but... Cassetti incoming. Do we actually think... do we actually believe in a Cassetti ID at this point? When we have all, like, the, let's be real, cooler ones? But I guess so. I guess you could still see a Cassetti ID at some point. It just feels a little funny to put in a Cassetti ID after, you know, we've had, like, the big ones. Like, during the rerun. But that's like, you recently during the rerun, wouldn't they be, like, sort of power crept by then, essentially? You made another better fusion image guide. Very nice, Borderline. It's cope. Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty hard cope. Like, it would have had to come earlier. But yeah, I mean, that's that is indeed right. So she has 3 attacks plus another 3 plus a clashable guard as well. She has like 7 attack animations. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like Cassetti's indeed is like weak, so it doesn't really like putting him in as an ID now would be kind of weird. The teams will be composed of all 4 Blood Fiends, Ring Yi-Sung and Flex, probably, yeah. How many pages am I guessing? I'm guessing at it's minimum 3 pages, I feel like, because you're gonna need 2 pages just even for like the normal skill. You're gonna have 2 pages for skills, and then you're gonna have another page for all the keywords, at least. Like, it's minimum. Because it's minimum, I feel, is 3, honestly. I don't think they're gonna fit. There's gonna be a bunch of keywords and whatnot, and I don't think they're gonna want to fit them all onto like 1 page or whatever. Don't see why we can't get a weak character now, because power creep is a thing. I mean, sure, they sometimes release weaker characters, sure, but they're clearly like aware of sort of the dissonance between like powerful people or powerful IDs in lore and not in lore. Though that is a good point. Fucking Sasha Faust is silly, and she's like not, you know, that big of a deal, really. But she do be smacking. Beyond Yu-Gi-Oh! Word count. Earl King and him because I'm 4 fucking Josephine. Ew. I'm just wondering if they've possibly changed their... It's just, I'm constantly thinking of the comment that El Director said concerning why they're making some skins, because like, oh, we're already past these people in like power level, so we can't really make them into IDs because they'll be super underwhelming. And that comment specifically is like what I'm stuck on. But then yeah, there are some IDs, but also when, you know, like, but yeah, I don't know, yeah, it's because it feels like they want to like keep it to that, but then also there are like somewhat recent examples where it's not really that, so. Far more skin potential. Also, 2 stars are better than 3 stars. And yeah, and that, well, yeah, and that's why they're making actually less 2 stars now, because they're like, balancing 2 stars is annoying. Because some of them are dog shit, and then some of them are essentially 3 stars. Yeah, Shelpa, he made, during the stream, the anniversary stream, when they were talking about the skins, they made like this sort of power creep lore accuracy comment. El Director told me fighting when I talked to him. Nice. And especially now with some of these blood fiends, it's like these beings are strong. So like the amount of power, we've jumped up quite a bit in power level. So I'm wondering if we actually pull it back a little bit. Because, you know, like second kindred type of strength is, or it's just pretty wild already. Remember that comment about 2 stars and about skins? It's completely possible that I'm mistaken and it was only about 2 stars, but I feel like it was also about skins. That they want to make skins for some of the like lower tier characters, like fan favorite characters, but they're like they've been power creeped in lore already, so they can't release them as IDs because they apparently want to keep them like level. Skins are mostly just a waste of resources, but I guess they just don't care. Well, they just want to make cool. I think they just want to make them. I think that seems to be. They just want to make them because it's like we want these things. I guess these are still starved blood fiends. Yeah, the IDs are starved blood fiends, which is true. But they're still like pretty damn strong, even with that. Rodia lost weight. True, she's starved. Rather they try to monetize through skins rather than IDs and egos. It does feel like skins would have been like a decent way to monetize stuff, but I will obviously I mean I say that, but we actually have no idea how the skins will be implemented yet. They could very well be gacha skins or something you can buy outright. We don't know enough about them because they're like not coming for a long while. More money for anime, it's so true. So sueno imposible. Animations would be weird. That's why Cthulhu, that's why the skins are not coming for a long while. They mentioned that they're aware that the skins can be hard to make because they'll have to make some custom stuff. Because you have coin count differences in animations and whatnot. Skins would probably sell better than the voice packs. Yeah, because skins you can actually use without it like destroying stuff or like being annoying. Voice packs can just be annoying. The announcers could just be annoying. I don't use announcers because it's like, I actually don't want them speaking. Especially during like Canto gameplay or something. I don't want them yapping. Something about costing shards. Oh yeah, it might have been about like costing shards and stuff. Which, I mean, ends up kind of, you know, working into like, you'd have to grind or roll. Angela announcer yapper. I'm going to pull for Yi Sun Yi Sung. I like him so much. Said no one ever. You don't want Angela announcer in your ear? I could probably like Angela announcer in my ear for a little bit, but at some point I'd be like, okay, that's enough. It's weird they went like, we're fine where we are to much money for anime. Nah, it's reasonable. It's true, they're still fine where they are. But if they can make more money for more anime and more cool stuff, then why not? Doesn't shut up. Remove announcers and wall PP banner. Hate getting them. Yeah, I'm also assuming, yeah, I think a lot of people have... I also did not assume, like what Ray said, that the anime L director meant is probably the same as Arknights with anime PVs for events and story chapters. I think it's also stuff like that. It's smaller animations for the game rather than an anime series. I don't think they're making an anime series. That would not be something that they would do in-house anyway. I think the anime stuff he mentions is just animations for stuff. What the fuck? And what am I doing? What am I doing? What's this weird ass? Is it lagging? No. Yeah, maybe they want to do an actual animated series in the future, but I don't even know what form it would take. For some reason, I feel like a normal like TV anime would like kind of almost not work for It would feel a bit weird for Limbus somehow. It would have to be like I can't imagine the Limbus story really taking form in like a sort of normal TV anime format. Oh yeah, the tweet, true. Something like Arcanized PVs, yeah. Me opening my Limbus anime, watching that Canto 4 get cut straight in. Or for like Distortion Detective, Leviathan also be 12 episode anime. Yeah, I feel like there's probably parts of Project Moon stuff that can work as an anime, but the game specifically, like the game story stuff, I'm not really as sure. But like some mini episodes and stuff, I can see like mini anime episodes, like shorter, like more standalone bits. But yeah, as like a... Yeah. Story cutscenes as well, yeah. Like putting stuff actually into the game. It could also be, that's I think that's a decent one, is they could make it like a side story. Not adapting the game really at all, but making like a side story of something completely else in the city. Like just another different, like short, kind of a standalone, more standalone story. Just happening within the city. Okay, but okay, let me read this tweet. Hey there, Bopper. We're discussing many things. You're in both chats. One shot. What if Sancho was jealous of Bari, who visited his parents every day? This is a personality setting that started with if. The setting that I couldn't have imagined in Chapter 7, so I had fun acting it out. Please look forward to updates for other lines filled with jealousy, resentment, and anger. Can't believe Sancho is actually just jealous of Bari. Damn, it's canon. Actually just jealous. Parents? I think that's just translation thing. Visited his parents every day. Also, it's his instead of her. This is just Google Translate things. Oh yeah, now I can, yeah, because I couldn't watch some of the, there was like tweets, yeah, there was like videos of her like in the recording booth and stuff that I couldn't watch because Bunny was banging her father. The original animation like daggers and headers, yeah, that could also be one thing. Google Translate 100% accurate, never fails. It's true, it's perfect, it's never been wrong. Also a little bit small on your guys' screen. I could zoom in a little. You are incest, man. Own up to it. Wow. Slander. Papago is better for Korean to English? Okay, so there's like a Korean specialized translator. Haha, Bari, you are banging my father. Jealous of her mother figure. I'm not sure if the Bari is necessarily a mother figure. It's a interesting mother figure. Seems more like, it genuinely almost is like, it is kind of like a home wrecker. Bari did kind of come in and, you know, like gaslight influence Papa Don, I mean, and Sancho herself to, you know, do things. Don is the mother. Don, I feel like Don is the older sister of the family, right? Like, she's like the sort of responsible older sister type of character almost in the family. If we get Blue Woman, what Sinner would fit said Blue Woman? It has to kind of be Sinclair. Sinclair literally played the Blue Woman in all the Delusion acting portions. Who else could it be? It has to be Sinclair. What the color fix are doing? Sancho and Dulce probably have daddy issues. Speaking of Bari, I wonder how Sancho will react if we ever meet Bari again. True. I'm not sure if Sancho would necessarily. I feel like, you know, our Don maybe has I think she wouldn't, like, you know, just instantly go for it. She'd really want to do it, and if she was pushed enough, she would. But I think as like a first reaction, I think she probably wouldn't. seemed to have a good relationship. They had a relationship. I'm not sure how good it was. There's, you know, I feel like there might be some resentment in there, considering Bari did kind of come in and seemingly intentionally fuck with the whole dynamic and you know, make Don go out on this adventure, which ultimately resulted in the absolute disastrous La Mancha Land situation. So, you know, both Sancho and Don kind of got gaslit by Bari just so that they would join the Blood Fiend War and solve it. So, yeah, Bari was kind of the catalyst for everything that eventually ended up going wrong. She was happy when she realized it was Bari answering her letters. That's somewhat true, though. Doesn't resent her, probably wants to hate her just once. I feel like there's some unexplored. There's actually a little bit of unexplored stuff there. Because, like, yeah, seemingly Sancho actually is, like, doesn't like Bari. Like, doesn't hate Bari or anything. But I feel like there's just, like, she maybe hasn't completely realized that, like, what the fuck were Bari's motivations to, you know, be so persistent with her thing? It's like, I feel like that's not clear. It feels like there's still something hidden there, which they don't know, and Don maybe hasn't also, like, realized that there may be some hidden agenda, and, like, not necessarily put together the pieces that, oh wait, Bari came along, convinced us to the adventure and also to join the Blood Fiend War, which then resulted in all this horrible, horrible shit. So, Bari and Papa Kyoto duel for 3 days. They dueled multiple times. They dueled loads of times. Don't go to read and think about how bad things would turn out for his family by outlawing their happiness just for coexistence. That's kind of that's an important part of, like, the themes of the Canto. It's very intentional. Rabbit eats 9 times on newbie banner. What the fuck? Also, re-rolling in limbus. Come on, come on. Just play the game. Didn't Sanson describe that Bari was telling Dad Don Ish and Heath's Canto, but then again, do we really trust a guy from the Blue Man Group? Did Sanson describe that? Did he? I think maybe. Dueled and Sancho was watching. Yeah, I don't remember Bari. Because either joining the war or dying, I'm pretty sure Bari was stronger than Don Quixote. No, they seem pretty equal, yeah. I think they were both actually trying to kill each other, they just never got through it. In the haunted castle part, Sanson's story was kind of familiar to our previous Canto. I don't think so. Wasn't Dulcinea trio that convinced Papa Quixote to leave La Mancha Land? Partially? Need to reread all scenes with Sanson and Bari. Well, because, yeah, so, I mean, there was something about, the priest, Barbara, and Dulcinea, like... They wanted Don to leave so that they could plan, like, rebellion. Yeah, they convinced the dad to go for the cursed relic of Umbrino, yeah? Yeah, most of the adventure was from Bari. But it was specifically the relic that they convinced them, or they convinced Don to go for. The cursed relic, which was like way more recent. Like that was much more recent, right before they started, you know, right before they stabbed Dad Quixote into the, you know, La Mancha land. Never trust people wearing blue. It is weirdly consistent. I mean, the blue people, man. Not sure if La Mancha land was Barry's fault since that was entirely Papa Quixote's idea. I mean, kind of, yeah, yes, sort of, but like, Papa Quixote would have never had that idea unless Barry came in to influence them, so. To me, Barry is sus. I really like Barry, but she is sus. Like, because I'm wondering, like, it's just like we just don't know enough. It's like we see like a very limited side of Barry. Lost in the forest for 3 weeks. Coexist was possible given time. Dad Quixote was too hasty despite being literally mortal. Well, I think that fits. Dad Quixote is actually like, you know, a very deep down is a very juvenile, idealistic, naive person, and is until the very end. Because like even at the end, once he then gets like stabbed and whatnot, he's kind of having his like villain arc. It's almost like he's kind of like he had a setback and was betrayed by his family, so he pulled like a crazy tantrum and went 100% the other way. Experiencing childhood for the first time? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like it very much is that like unlock them in suffering because they were gonna hurt humans otherwise. Well, yeah, but that was the whole thing, is that like he sure did. He tried to go like from 0 to 100 on the whole coexistence thing. It wasn't like let's slowly work on this. It's like drinking blood is now banned forever. We shall now coexist forcefully. Listen to Sancho's fight. Have they posted the battle music? Had explained blood feeds hunger, don't see coexisting work without human sacrifice. That is true. There was the whole part where they want to, yeah, the whole thing that either they need to make kindreds or they made blood bags. They can't just like take some blood and then, you know, drink it. If the whole problem was that they want to fucking nom on the human directly, which forcefully turns them into either a kindred or a blood bag. Lunatic has it? I probably am. But then also the thing is, however, that it's also like, it's the city. Like, it's the city, so I feel like there is somewhere, somehow, someone will make some kind of fucked up invention that circumvents this problem if they just try hard enough. And I feel like there's enough money in having the blood fiends in your debt that it would make sense. Like, if you can have the blood fiends as like your compatriots, you can, there's some way to, you know. Remember R-Corp Singularity? Except which one is actually the R-Corp Singularity? Was it the cloning tech or was it the training? Or was it both? Seem incredibly unstable. Okay, it was the cloning, yeah, specifically. Yeah, and see, as long as you know, as long as you're cloning, you know, the city probably doesn't consider cloned people humans. So like, they're fair game, right? Oh yeah, it was T Corp to slow time for the trading. Yeah. Thank you for a reminder. Why don't I sub to P Moon channel? It is true, I'm actually not. Well, I think, no, the reason why I haven't been subbed until now is because I don't want the stuff coming into my, like, sub feed when I'm not caught up. Now, I'm caught up. I'm caught up now. I can watch anything that they post. I couldn't before, and I didn't want to see them in my sub feed, where they would always be there. When I wasn't caught up, I'd constantly get, you know, direct official spoilers in my feed. Excuses. No, this is the actual real reason. PM fake fan, so true. Yeah, we could read the Uptie stories. I think it would be a good, maybe good time to read the Uptie stories. We could read some Uptie stories. Let me launch the game. Excited for the HR intervallo. I actually am. I really do hope we get like almost like a slice of life intervallo. Best fight of the Canto was Bear. It's true though. Opening my game. You could read Barbers on wiki.gg or you could just shard her Lamo. Finally learning the sinner's sizes. Oh, imagine. I didn't give like any kind of ranking of the Canto yet. I have thoughts about the Canto. I'm not sure if I can rank it yet. It's too early. I have to let it like sit before I really decide on where I would put it in like order if I have to. Let me do some settings here. 1920 by 1080. Yes, thank you. You gonna game? Oh, there it is. Gesellschaft is stored in the boobs. Oh yeah, wait, I need to show. This shit was hilarious. This shit was so funny. Wait. Canto 4, the unchanging, will be changed. Such a little thing, but it's so funny. Ironic. Fucking hell. It's good that they're adjusting it, but the way they decided to word it really is funny. Think they'll reset EX rewards? I don't think they would. I don't know why they would. I mean, actually, they might reset EX rewards. Just, you know, you can get like them again or something. I don't know. If they want to be, you know, generous. Fucking Canto revamp. That was just very funny. Oh yeah. No, yeah, we go into where do we go? Well, we go into theater and identity archive, don't we? We can start with Gregor. Gregor was before Princess. Oh. Double Limbo Corporation streams in 1 week while AK got a half-hearted banner pulled in dip stream. That's because Tuesday was a busy day. I was away and doing stuff. And I finished big stuff in Limbus. I don't have Barber. I'll probably just go to the wiki to read through Barber. Oh, Otis. Oh, yeah, well, the Barber. I like how it says Otis, though. I guess it makes sense. I guess they're from the same mirror world. Yeah, right now there's not that much happening in Arcanite, so it's not that weird. Though obviously, probably if I would have had like time or whatever, I might have done like a story reading stream for Arcanites. But it just didn't fit into this week, so. And because event also started weirdly on Tuesday, which it normally doesn't, so. Resorting to whipping yourself again? You certainly are impatient. Haven't I asked you to knock first? Haven't you given a thought about the I also recall asking you to not bring up that subject before me again. Still unwilling to participate in the plan? I refuse to consult you on your plan. Is it clear to you that Father no longer cares about us? Your plan, it's filial impiety. You mustn't. The child's eyes begin to tremble uncontrollably from the instinctive revulsion and fear at the thought of it. The unbreakable bond formed from the blood. Most blood fiends cannot defy, let alone break, that bond. But within the child's heart was an even more severe desire growing. And upon noticing it, the child with the scissors did not waste a moment to capitalize on it. No, we mustn't. No, what? Huh? No, we must. How many more years do you think our family has? 5 years? 10? Even less. Another year like this and we'll all go insane. You know this is better than anyone. Day after day you sit here and listen to their desperation. We can come up with ideas for better rides, attractions, something to draw more people in here, something to get them to willingly pay more blood packs for... That is irrelevant. She raised her voice, frustrated at the child's obstinacy. She slammed her scissors on the marble floor and the confessional echoed with the discomforting noise of metal. Has La Manche Land ever been short of guests? It's always teeming with guests paying hundreds upon hundreds of blood packs. But it's not enough. It's just not enough for everyone in the family. This stagnant, unmoving blood will never be enough to sate us all. Okay, Never, no matter how much we drink. It was you who helped Father create hemobars, wasn't it? To address that exact problem? Hemobars, created by combining and compressing the blood of animals with that of humans. A necessary evil, that's all it was. To have enough to feed our family, hemobars were our only option. Yeah, it was flavorless, but unlike blood packs that quickly lost their freshness, hemobars were a great invention that could feed the whole family. Sure, it alleviated the hunger and the thirst, for a moment. But did any of us feel even a glimpse of happiness during the entire time we filled ourselves with it? This is nothing more than a slow, slow death. I believe we have only months before the family loses control over their craving for the blood of our guests anyway. If I could give them my blood instead, I would have. A meaningless ideation. The scissors-wielding child stared uninterestedly at the stream of blood pouring from the child's back. She would not have been able to hold herself back had it been human blood, but... The blood of our kindred is less than the blood of animals. It's just meaningless. Diseased blood that does nothing to fill our desires. Come to your senses, priest. It was always an impossible dream. The only way for us blood fiends to be happy is to drink the blood directly from human flesh. Okay, they're making it very clear that you... The father of these children is aware of the truth. But the father who sought the dream of coexistence could not permit them to directly covet human blood. There's one incontestable reason he forbade the family their happiness. Anyone who's had their blood drained directly by a blood fiend is bound to eventually turn into a blood bag, no matter how long it takes. Yeah, this stuff does kind of... It's a big issue for the whole coexistence idea. And that would mean the end of coexistence. And that is why this became an unforgivable sin in the eyes of the father. Are you not afraid of Father's fury, Otis? I am deathly so. That's why we're coming up with a strategy. Besides, it's not like we seek his death, just until our father comes to his senses. I will even get him to don the helm. Don? Perhaps her words, clarifying that they weren't seeking the father's death, came to this child as an exoneration. And for the first time, the child's interest was piqued. Now, are we ready to have a conversation? Do you recall how our father created Rocinante prior to his departure? I do. Used up a significant amount of his own blood to create Rocinante. After such a long time on the road, he must still be deeply fatigued. That'll be our opening to place the helm over his head. As for the second step of our plan, I'll let you in on it as soon as you agree to have a part of it. Even after the gaudily dressed child left, this child cannot help but shudder from the crushing guilt. He continued to whip himself again and again. For the family, no. For our father in blood. But this profane thought refused to leave his mind, no matter how much he whipped himself. Every strike of the whip, every scar that formed on his skin only reminded him of the possibilities this thought granted. The child put down the whip and utters an unthinkable sentence. Even if he would smite us down with his great vengeance, if this will get him to see the suffering. Thank you for the pipes. The child's heart, which had slowly begun to sway after countless consultations with the family, crumbled completely in the face of the justification that this was, after all, for the father. The day of rebellion was here. The child now a part of this plan. Father was to return home after long days of adventure. Countless hunters surrounded the now blood-soaked child. Actually, he looks pretty clean, I might be real. Except for the hands, I guess, and the thing. He'd been in this situation countless times in the past, but after years spent in La Mancha land, all of this felt so new to him. Maybe they really could have coexisted even with the hunters, if a day like today did not come to pass. You did not pay La Mancha land a visit once, ever since the Blood Fiend War was over. I see that you've managed to suppress your hatred of our kind. Why was that, I wonder? Were you merely curious, or was there something else? Guess the answer doesn't matter anymore. There's a doubt in my heart, even as we ran towards the stench of blood, the screaming. Wonder if La Mancha land had become under siege by a different family that were envious of your success. A foolish thought. Thought that a father would have been overjoyed to hear. I admit, we were foolish to hope. The ranks of blood fiend hunters will only grow like wild grass on the fields, and when this day becomes history, they'll all learn a lesson from our folly. That you blood fiends are evil by nature. You can never change what you are. With that, neither the child nor the hunters said a word. They both knew that further communication was meaningless. There's only a singular thought in the child's head as he watches the hunters expire. It's not about his sin. It's not about the upcoming punishment. It's joy. It was the child's only thought, his only emotion as he took in the hunter's blood drenching his body. Blood soak as in drank a shit ton of blood. Maybe. He is very stylish, it's true. Where's road? Yeah. Let me reach out for a little bit. Cloning is owned by the military passion kept secret from everyone else. Yeah. But expensive since it stated they require a lot of energy, which is why they help the war in L Corp. Actually, I wonder how R Corp is doing now. You know that L Corp is fucking cooked. Still fresh from the pain of Theresa's existence. The running shoes are kind of weird. It's the only thing that can suppress the bloodthirst. Yeah, just because it's made by, you know, Don Quixote, the first kindred. At least the branch that contracted L Corp crumbled. R Corp is struggling with energy. Yeah, it feels like they would. Little snippets of like 5 Muos evading Head's forces. Negotiating with N-Corp or Limbus to get bows for energy. Exactly, Rocinante is holding... Yeah, Rocinante is... I mean, kind of holding back some of the blood cravings, I think, but it's more so holding back like signs of even being a blood fiend. Because obviously you can otherwise just recognize a blood fiend. How satisfied would you say you are with your current number of toes? Man, I got all of them. But also it is like, Sancho just built different. Like, Sancho seemingly just did not care as much about blood, which is kind of unfair, isn't it? Like every other blood fiend's suffering. But then like Don and Sancho are just like, yeah, we're good. We're fine. He's like, huh. No wonder they're, you know, the ones doing the wacky shit and trying something different. Because they're built diff. If you have Rocinante and drank from River Oblivion, you would forget all about your blood fiend instincts from what we know. Well, yeah, you forget about your blood fiend instincts, but they're still there. They said that outright, where you forget about them, but they're still there. whatever that ends up meaning in practice, but yes, there is large Rodias on the screen, it's true. Don't eat a raw chicken. Woo. We were happy at first. Father spent his days twaddling about silly things like dreams, but I suppose he had his own charming mirth. But it was a good life, if the worst thing I had to do was to placidly indulge his stories. My memories of the years I lived as a human have all but disappeared, but at least this life had to be better than whatever that was. Maybe that's why I agreed to become his kindred. Or maybe I was seduced by the promise that my beauty could be made to last for all eternity. Ah, how vain of you, Dulcinea. Makes sense. I began to understand my father only when I began to create my own kindreds, my children, when they began to grow in number. I understood that father wanted us to be happy. He wanted to free us from the crippling loneliness, for he was the first to suffer it. Or so I thought. Until some traveler visited our castle and deluded my father with that sickening manipulation that his dream could somehow be realized even in the waking world. Sancho. Father always tried to bring us two closer, as if we were sisters. Perhaps it was fortunate that neither of us was the friendly type. We both liked to put up a wall between us and the rest of the world, so naturally we distanced ourselves from each other as well. I had a degree of faith in her, however, her strength, her abilities, and her more down-to-earth perspective on life that heavily contrasted our father's wild imaginations. Sancho never had children of her own, but she always seemed at least neutral when it came to looking after my kindreds. And it is that odd distance between us that brought this plan to fruition. Though we were both second kindreds, I could let her take care of our family, look after my children and their kindreds, while I devised this plan. Eventually, our father's sanity was completely broken. He destroyed our castle and built a bizarre amusement park in its place, rambling a plan that seemed to have come straight out of a madman's dream that we could coexist with humans. Though we must live begging for stagnant blood in packs when veins, pulsating with hotly flowing blood, walk right past us. We must subsist on that thing, more flavorless than even pastel paste. That all of his kindreds must live trapped in a fate worse than that of a blood bag, all for the future in which blood fiends and humans may coexist in harmony. His eyes gleamed with the conviction that to dream, he could endure even the yearning for blood. Yet, desire is not something that can be so easily overcome. It has broken my undying loyalty. This hunger coerced me to think of committing the inconceivable crime of filial impiety. No, it may just be that I do not have the strength to pursue the dream as he does. There was a peddler, a merchant of odds and ends who'd always come to visit us at the amusement park. Our father is tragically naive and innocent. Every time the merchant brought him false relics, he'd get swindled into buying every single one of them. Where'd he get money though? But the peddler didn't just carry counterfeits. Sometimes Sancho and I would go behind our backs to threaten the peddler, and we'd be presented with an authentic relic the very next day. So one day, another day of suffering through that hunger, I thought to ask the peddler about his rumored relic. Say, do you know about the legendary Helm of Mambrino that brings the wearer to equal ground with all those around them? That little tomb raider could not possibly have imagined what we were planning to do with the artifact. Of course not. Just as we could never gain an understanding of humans, just as we could never be one of them, no matter how long our lives may be, they will never understand us. Gregor, that child, he claimed that wasn't true. The humans were really starting to see us in a new light, but I saw it all from the apex upon which I stood. Humans looking up at me in the parade, their faces brilliant with happy smiles. And blood fiends, who shuffled among humans with their eyes lost and wavering with hunger. It doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter whether humans saw us in a different light or not. What matters is that I and my children are going hungry. Besides, Sancho agreed with me. We can just sit here and watch that human corrupt our father with that silver tongue. Finally, the preparations for the carnival are complete. Now I leave this endlessly whirling yet stagnant, self-devouring parade and announce the beginning of a true feast of blood. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. Yay! Therapy is the solution for coexisting. It always is. Using her assets. Wahoo! Waha! Let me go look up the barber one. Yippee! Wahoo! Yippee! Waha! Where's Otis? There's Otis. Identity story. Guess I'll just read it in here. Yeah, I don't have barber, and I'm not going to shard them right now. The best loading screen. Oh, true. Now, now I'm going to have those in my loading screen. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have boobs on my loading screen now. She did breasted boobily down the stairs. It's true. Child is already so busy so early in the morning, browsing through several layers of fabric, cutting them into shapes and sewing them in various elaborate patterns with a needle as thick as her fingers. Oh, that fucking thick-ass needle. Or very thin fingers. After the busyness passes, she stands in one spot and stares intently at something. This seems slightly off balance. Child quickly sewed together a whole party dress and placed it on a mannequin. Looked downright dazzling from a glance, but perhaps there was something that the child found unsatisfying. On a block again? A high-pitched click-clack of heels cuts into the quiet, heavy atmosphere of the tailor's room. And a large shadow comes up to the child before coming to a stop. Must you keep that parasol unfurled indoors as well? Blurs the colors of my artwork. Didn't you know? Sunlight is not the only enemy of maintaining smooth skin. Your harsh lighting doesn't help. The other child was garbled in a garish purple dress and carried a large parasol with her. She replies, but doesn't look terribly interested. She did not raise her head even once from her nails to look at the child, clearly uninterested in anything else that wasn't her. Tabs back to stream of game I don't play. Boobs? Also, yeah, false yapping in the background. She'll be yapping. I won't deny that. So what brings you to the tailor's room? Is the parade beginning soon? That's exactly why I'm here. Okay, which still does not answer my question. You're gonna start moping and getting mad if I tell you that I've been having some problems with the dress you made? Problems? The child, with her nails painted purple as well, let out a small sigh. She could already see how the rest of this conversation was going to go. But she could hardly bring herself to attend the parade in an imperfect costume, so unfit for the occasion. So, unfortunately, she was left without a choice. She had to visit the tailor's room. That is simply impossible. I measure and review every single thread that passes through my hands, not to mention that your costume is the one I put my utmost. It's gotten loose down here. I lost weight. Not your fault, okay? No! She lost weight! No! How could this be? Not Aronia? What? The child hurriedly approached her with a tape measure. It's true? Have you been skipping your meals? If by meals you're referring to hemo bars that taste like bricks, then no, of course not. Well, on the brighter side, this may be a chance to give a stylistic lift to the dress. I worry that your beautiful face may grow sunken. I'll leave that up for you to deal with. It's your job to make me look cute, after all. How about a beautiful mask for me? And then you get the CG change. I suppose I can do that. I agree that it's getting increasingly difficult to subsist on hemo bars given our recent meal. The child thinks back to the banquet, muttering to herself. The child and her family hadn't had a real meal like that in a long, long time. They had to convince a human, a guest here at La Mancha Land. Long did I assume that we were cursed to look hideous without masks? Seems that I was wrong. Sheer flavor was one thing, but hard to believe how we managed to go so long without a proper meal. It certainly was a pleasant banquet. See that your tailor's scissors have grown as well, thanks to the blood. That's why these scissors work so well now. For a moment, the pair seemed to be reminiscing a certain shared memory together, before gritting their teeth. Very much respect here, okay. I don't suppose Father will be returning anytime soon from that adventure for the helm? Well, his powers are unparalleled and ineffable. Let's try not to make any hasty guesses. Still, I guess the whole point in his eyes was that he wanted to go on an adventure like humans do, without his powers as a blood fiend, I suppose. At least for now, yes. Yeah, and once he returns, you know what to do, right? Dot dot dot. Heavy silence fell upon them, but they both read in the eyes of one another a certain agreement. A certain agreement to enact a plan. A plan so terrifying that they couldn't even bring themselves to speak of it. No way. What plan could it possibly be? See why Dulcinea picked Barbara since she loves her beauty, but why the hell did she take Priest as a second child? Oh, is Priest Dulcinea's kindred? Can blood fiends get drunk? Maybe? Yeah, I wasn't aware Priest was specifically Dulcinea's like kindred. Or actually that Barbara was Dulcinea's kindred specifically. Sancho is a virgin. I didn't even realize that these two were like third kindreds rather than second kindreds. I didn't look at their tags in the game. Convince some poor sod to get one-on-one with two really beautiful women. Bastard got eaten. Also, one thing I wonder about is indeed, how does the first kindred become, you know, a thing? Where does the first kindred come from? Or the progenitor? Where did the progenitor come from? Or is that just kind of like they existed since the beginning of time? Nosferatu. Oh yeah, Nosferatu. Yeah, so okay, yeah, so it's progenitor is primordial goop being, essentially, and they made first kindreds. Yeah, okay, yeah. Actually, because I was actually thinking, I kind of forgot about the progenitor, because I was wondering essentially what was the first blood fiend. Okay, looking at the cam like this, because chat, you are here. You're in this direction. I'm looking at chat if I'm looking over here. That's why I look at it. I'm not even looking at cam. If you want me to look at cam? Hi, chat. Does this make you comfortable? Staring at you like this? Would you like me to do this instead? Cage. Funny factoid, Oda support passive Grease Priest Greg. Wow, rude. Dude, it's sibling rivalry. It makes sense. You blinked first. Oh yeah, what is our support passive indeed? Support passive. One eye with the fastest speed if the enemies killed after attacking. One eye with the fastest speed if the enemies killed after attacking inflict. Right, yeah, it just like gives him even more bleed? Or is it, wait, no, killed after attack, heal 10 HP time, heal HP. So it's you're healing HP, but also then giving more bleed? Not on hit, so it works on self-bleed? Hell yeah. Yeah, it's sibling rivalry, see? It makes sense. It's very lore friendly. No, I don't have a Discord, no. Not yet. Maybe at some point, but I do not have time to manage a Discord at the moment. Double self-bleed damage. Hell yeah! Fuck yeah, dude. More self-flagellation. How many boxes do I have? 668. I don't actually have that many. I had less than I thought. Oh, I have quite a bit of thread again. this is not where I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go here. A lot of boxes in railway, but probably not beating it. Wow. If Blood Fiends were good, they could take care of the orphan problem. What am I saving all those XP tickets for? Those I just haven't used for a while because I went low on them at some point, and then I just didn't use them for a while. That's all. Now I could obviously level up some more units to at least 45 or some of these other ones to 50. Oh, so I'm 60, level 60. Oh yeah, I leveled up yesterday after I did my dailies yesterday. I actually leveled up. Bloodfiend should have just taken the sweeper deal and go eat the homeless at night. What a deal. And yeah, I have 31,000 Unashi. How many tickets do I have? 16 singles and 2 10s. The homeless chapter. I mean a season 5 ticket, yeah. And this is saved for, you know, the Sancho ID. Damn, I'm almost at 666. Wait. Who could I? How many Don? I have 138 Dons. Wait, how many Don shards do I need again for up ties? A lot. I just want to. Yay, 666. Yay. If only there was a second city so Blood Fiends could solve an immigrant problem. I literally just wanted to get the good number. That's all. That's all I wanted. 150 for WoW Ego TS4. Ah, okay. Actually, do I have any egos that I have not put to 3? No, I think I have everything at 3, yeah. And funny gun man at 4. Funny gunman. I'm wondering who I could up tie for though. Like who could make sense to up tie for? Because I do have a bunch of. I have quite a bit of thread. She gets a reuse at up tie 4, doesn't she? I think she doesn't have the reuse. Oh no, the 20% chance to reuse coin, but it just gets it's a higher chance at a higher up tie, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a higher chance. Yeah. Okay. And more clash power and whatnot. He just binds gets really strong buff on TS4. Wait. He stab song for MDs. Yeah, obviously funny stab song is a thing. I mean at some point I'll probably, you know, I will get funny stab song. Love the city I live in. So true. I'm not touching my BL Otis. My oh, you mean that what's her face? I mean no, yeah, Blaze lineage. Cause what would I use her for? Unless you're talking about some kind of different kind of touching. What do you mean? What do you mean by touching? Wait, does Magic Bullet get is Magic Bullet up tie 4 good? Because at some point, also right, let's actually so I'll probably end pretty soon, but I want to check that I have like my burn team or whatever existing. Like, let's check all my burn units, right? We have Liu-ish. We have Liu Rodia. We have Magic Bullet. We have Dawn Claire. Who else is there? There's, I guess, him. But this is BL boys, aren't they? And they suck ass or something? Or they, I guess they suck dick. Correctly put. Liu Ryoshu. Who else is part of the burn team? Liu-ish, so not quite Liu. But yeah, no, burn is specifically for MD. No, nowhere else. But apparently burn is the speedrun team for ND. Dawn Claire, Liu Rodion, Ishmael, and Ryo, and MB Otis. Okay. So yeah, I have all of them. Last is Merceau Gregor. I have Merceau at least. Yeah, I have both of them, yeah. I have both of them. I have Merceau and Gregor, so. Ring Sung is a great burn ID. True. Yeah, okay, so, well, the only thing, what I don't have, I have no burn egos. But I have the burn units. Speedrun, but you gotta get glimpses of flame, fair. There are no burn egos. Yeah, like maybe the burn egos, however, aren't like that significant, or... I never use any of my burn egos. Fire Infinity Stones instead of glimpses and just... PM CEO strategies and El Director strat. Identities that have cool drip, so true. I could rename this. Just make this. It can be burned. Forest of Flames is burning. True. Okay, yeah, so I have, in theory, all the units then. So that's fine. I might, I might actually then level them up. I'll level them and uptie them. Well, right, which one of these... Who are the ones with the good upties? Also, yeah, I really do want to give manual names. Obviously, Bleed Team is going to get pretty strong once I have a couple more Blood Fiend IDs as well. All 0-0s? Okay. Fair enough. These guys I just need to uptie 4. Ish obviously isn't uptied. And then, well, yeah, probably Liu Ryoshu as well. I do kind of wanna... Well, no, because there's not gonna be a point in me uptying Ring Otis because it'll probably get replaced by Barber Otis. So it's maybe a waste of shards, even if it's not that much. But it's pretty likely that I like shard or some other way get Barber Otis, so. And then Liu Ryoshu, and then I guess Merceau, yeah, especially if you get like Regret. Then, and Chains of Others is also just good, so. Then maybe Liu. Merceau. Just to get some sloth. Right, yeah. Might be better for balance to have a Merceau. Also, I have like no usable Merceau, so it would be nice to maybe actually have a Merceau unit to use more often. Yeah, no Captain-ish. This is my only 3-star-ish, who I only got very recently, so. Put as many stat effects as possible build. Yeah, S3 is sloth, and yeah, defense. Well, guard is... Oh yeah, guard doesn't have... Yeah, because it's not uptight, so guard doesn't have a fucking sin. Forced to use a blowjob, brother. Okay, what if you just don't use 6 units, though? What if you just use the 5 units? Barbarous Ring is just a question if you want to make a separate pure bleed team with Blood Feast. Ring Out is actually better bleed unit, not a kind of Blood Fiend synergy. Well, yeah, because I'll end up having Blood Fiend synergy anyway, because I already have, like, I'm guaranteed to have 3 out of 4 Blood Fiends. It's poise. I'm guaranteed to have 3 out of 4 Blood Fiends, so then it's like, well, then I have the Blood Fiend synergy anyway. Works outside of MD and RR because Donkler MBO is like second slot. We have a burn outside of MD? Really? Really? Oh. But okay, well at least I know what I can up-tie at some point. MD you kill stuff too fast to get second slot. That is funny though. That is funny. Ringsing being a burn unit is offensive to me. KGH have been notified. For KGH. KGH doing a mirror dungeon run and wondering what the fuck is Ringsung? Why is this unit so good? Why did we make this? Old default identities. No, I'm not a tryhard gamer for Limbus. I am a I want to clear things gamer in Limbus. One stream of directly and clapped by Skin Prophet had me dead. I saw streaming do hard MD with all default units. Dude, masochist, what can I say? Like they're sick in the head, they're cooked. U4 based on, no way. But okay, it's been about 2 hours. I think that'll well actually right, well I can give some. I didn't really get to go through too many general thoughts for Canto 7, but I feel like I'm not sure I have my thoughts for Canto 7 in general like sorted out yet. But it is good. It was very nice. But I do believe, I think my experience was slightly damaged by spoilers. I think I did get enough spoilers where some parts probably just didn't hit the same. But it wasn't really anyone's fault. Because it was just like that unavoidable shit where it's like I read a sentence before my brain has time to realize that it's spoilers. Or I just see an image because the algorithms just push that shit into your face. So there were just like lots of bits and pieces. Like little small bits and pieces of like kind of spoilery stuff. Which either made some moments just not hit the same, or it meant that I saw some stuff coming from so far away that it kind of didn't hit the same. Because I wasn't like at the edge of my seat waiting for like, oh, what's gonna happen? Instead it was like, oh, okay, we're probably going towards that now. I kind of saw stuff coming for a little bit too far away sometimes, especially for like the first 2 parts, less in part 3. Part 3 was much better. I didn't really have as many spoilers for part 3. Well, like I hadn't seen as much stuff. But part 1 and 2, there was a lot of stuff where it's like, I know enough of like, I've seen enough like character names and designs and stuff where I'm like, I see where this is going. Also, yes, a problem with Don Quixote being a really well-known novel. So some parts of it are like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Where it's like, oh yeah, that's just a novel, isn't it? So it was like especially compared to like, so it's, yeah, I think especially compared to Canto 6, where Canto 6 is like these back-to-back insane twists constantly. Like you just cannot expect what's coming next. For like almost the entire Canto, it's constantly like you're on your toes and something like wild just comes from behind the corner and smacks you in the face. Canto 7 is a bit different. But like, not that it's worse for it or whatever. but just different. Especially if you then have a couple spoilers, so you see stuff coming from like kind of far away. But I do think that Canto 7 does have like the highest climax. Because I mean the gallop on, the entire gallop on scene, I mean, yeah, that's gonna be like the top climax so far in the game. Like, yeah, it's pure cinema in like a sort of just, it's, what's the fucking word? It's just like, I've completely forgotten the word. It's just like spectacle. Like, it's very much a spectacle towards the end. The fucking QTE, yeah. Couldn't read the cutscene after. And also, however, one thing that I like, this may be also partially like a streamer difference, but with Canto 6, by the end of Canto 6, I was like exhausted because of all the fights. Because of the because of like the fucking 10 hours of boss rush. You're fighting fucking 16 bosses in a row. It's exhausting, especially when you're streaming, I feel. It gets, like, by the end of Canto 6, it's Ludo Kino, yes, but it was exhausting still. So by the time that I was doing the last boss in Canto 6, I was kind of like, I'm pretty ready to be done. Like, I'm like, this is literally the 4th time I'm fighting fucking Earl King today on this one single stream. Like, I barely remember, like, I didn't notice the music. I didn't notice the Millie song almost at all when I first did Canto 6. Because I was so focused on getting through the fight, because I'd had so many fights already, that I couldn't focus on like the music and stuff. Which wasn't really as much of a thing with Canto 7, because it was a little bit more chill in that way. And the only reason was that, you know, some of the fights took a while just because, like, those motherfuckers had a lot of health, okay? And multiple phases. So it just took a while. And, you know, it just was, there was a lot of reading as well. Like, stuff took a while, but it wasn't, the fights weren't that exhausting, but they just took a while, which is a little bit different. And then because it just went a long while, because it took 7 hours, you know, at the last fight, you're kind of like but like, I get like the, you know, I clear the final boss of Canto 7, and I'm not like, oh, thank God, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, we're done. Which was kind of some of the feeling that I had with Canto 6. I was like, oh, thank God, we're done. Instead, it was like, oh shit, we did it? Do I get to watch cinema now? Am I now allowed to watch cinema? We did it? And then I just got to watch cinema and enjoy cinema. Which was very nice. I could take in the finale and like the sort of climax, the spectacle, way better. Chat, is this real? But then also Canto 6 has the 4th wall break. So I have a hard time actually kind of comparing them otherwise, because Canto 6 has a bunch of meta stuff in it that Canto 7 doesn't really have. Canto 7 is more straightforward, while Canto 6 has some insane meta stuff that I am a fan of. While Canto 7 is very straightforward, like kind of cool spectacle and like, you know, this whole family story. Clear old Kathy Smedge. So I guess that's some general thoughts. I don't know where, it's too early for me to say where I'd put Canto 7, like sort of ranking them between Cantos. But I feel like the thing is, I feel like kind of for me, since Canto 5, so the Canto 4 is just because the beginning is rough. Like, that's the only issue with Canto 4. But since Canto 5, honestly, they're all like so close to each other. Then I'm just like, it's really hard to actually rank them like fully. They're so close to each other. Canto 5, 6, 7 are all just like right there. They're like next to each other. Canto 7 also had story breaks mid-fight. Yeah, that as well. You had like longer little breaks. Like having actually, for example, there was a pretty long section with the Bari, Don, Papa Quixote like bit, which was a really nice break mid-fight, which was like, whew, we just get like, we almost get like some almost like comedic relief a little bit in the middle here. Played enough by this point. Favorite ID right now, probably honestly fucking Horsecliff, man. I mean, he's also, Horsecliff has just carried me through so much, so it's maybe biased. But also, he just does many cool things. So, but also I sometimes nothing hits, like a multi-crack force just fucking bonking things. And I think if I had Zwei-ish, I might quite like Zwei-ish because it's the similar kind of like Unga Bunga, I hit big stick energy as multi-crack forced. But also horse stacks. Like imagine having 3 horses. It's wild. There's probably like something like that. But obviously we'll see, you know, we'll see obviously what the Don ID is going to be like. Eternal Dullahan glitch? I've heard of the Eternal glitch. I don't think I ever saw the Eternal Dullahan glitch, but I did hear about it, I think. It rings a bell. But okay, yeah, I think that'll be it for today, though. We yapped some good stuff. We read through some ID stories. We yapped. We watched the trailer. Not sure about next week's stream plans. I have some uni stuff that I have to take care of next week, though, so there may be less streams, we'll see, or there'll be shorter streams. But I'll do something. I would, at the very least, I do want to get another 9 Souls in next week, and actually what might happen, actually we'll see, well, because I also want to get an Arknight stream in tomorrow, because I could do Friday, I could do an Arknight's reading stream and possibly read the entire event. And then maybe a 9 Souls on another day. But I'm also tempted to do like a long Friday stream of playing 9 Souls. So we'll see. But the Arknights event is like ending in like a week and a half or under a week and a half. So, but thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for the memberships and super chats we got today. Sorry about that. And goodbye. Bye-bye, goodbye. Good yappings, good yappings. Bye-bye. You're welcome.